Africa, the cradle of life, the land where humanity took its very first breath. Long before the rise of empires and civilizations, before pyramids and kingdoms, Africa was the birthplace of us all. Around 7 million years ago, in the heart of Africa, the first ancestors of humankind began to walk the earth. Fossils like Sahelanthropus chadensis and Australopithecus afarensis, famously known as Lucy, tell the story of early beings learning to walk upright, survive, and adapt in the wild. In East Africa's Great Rift Valley, life evolved through fire, drought, and time. Here, the earliest Homo species emerged, Homo habilis, the handyman, and later Homo erectus, the explorer who learned to control fire and journey far beyond Africa's borders. With tools made of stone, they shaped their destiny. With fire, they conquered the night. And with creativity, they began to paint, carve, and dream, leaving traces of their minds in caves and rocks across Africa. Then about 70,000 years ago, our ancestors began one of the greatest journeys in history, the migration out of Africa. They crossed deserts, mountains, and oceans, carrying the spark of humanity to every corner of the earth. As millennia passed, Africa flourished into a continent of greatness, the home of Nile Valley civilizations, kingdoms of Kush, Carthage, Mali, and Great Zimbabwe. Each empire carried the legacy of the continent's deep origin, strength, innovation, and resilience. Today, Africa remains the beating heart of human history, a land of endless diversity, ancient wisdom, and untold potential. To know Africa is to know ourselves, because in the story of Africa lies the story of humanity itself. Around 7 million years ago, in the heart of Africa, our earliest ancestors lived in the forests. They walked on 4 limbs, gathered food, and survived among predators. But something remarkable began to happen. Some of these apes started standing upright. This was the beginning of bipedalism, walking on 2 legs, a step that would forever set us apart. Scene 3, plains and savannas forming. Narrator. As the African climate changed, forests turned into open grasslands. Our ancestors adapted. They used their hands to carry tools, hunt, and protect their young. They became known as Australopithecus, living around 3 to 4 million years ago. Scene 4, early humans using tools and fire. Narrator. Then came Homo habilis, the first human species to use tools. Later, Homo erectus discovered fire and began to explore beyond Africa, reaching Asia and Europe. Fire brought warmth, safety, and the power to cook food, fueling the growth of the brain and culture. Scene 5, Neanderthals and Homo sapiens. Narrator. Over time, new human species appeared. The Neanderthals adapted to cold climates in Europe, while in Africa, a new form of human evolved, Homo sapiens, us. Around 200,000 years ago, Homo sapiens began to spread across the world, hunting, creating art, and forming communities. Final scene, modern humans, cities, technology. Narrator. From simple stone tools to towering cities and space exploration, the journey of mankind is the greatest story ever told. We are the result of millions of years of evolution, and our story is still being written.